Hi, my name is Carrie Jackson. I'm principal at the flagship, the Northwest High School, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
SLT Nation! Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You Got Next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right, KT and I, we're searching far, wide, high, and low, and we're finding rising stars, future phenoms, super sensations in our communities who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. But today just ain't no other episode. This is a special one. Why? Because KT and I are back with the Educator Series, in which we are giving back and telling the stories of phenomenal educators who are in our school systems, laying it down on the line and shaping the future as we know it every day, 10 toes down. And this is a special one again because this is our second time at Northwest High School. KTVN, we actually had the privilege of driving all the way to El Paso, and I'm just messing with you. It felt like we was out there I was driving forever to get to Justin, Texas. But man, when we got there, the ovation was crazy. The energy was electric. The girls went out there and played some amazing basketball, stole a win, and we want to send a super shout out to Coach 𝐦𝐨𝐫𝐿, who is a You Got Next alumni. But Northwest High School, Texas Nation, make some noise for one of your very own 25 plus years in the education system. Her 6 years as the principal. And guess what? Before the show, she said, mouth of the South, I used to get a bucket back in my day. Let's go all in for I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Woo! We got Carrie Jackson in the building. Principal Jackson, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. That's the best intro I've ever had. That was fun.
We gonna keep trying to do it. We're gonna keep trying to set trends, and we're gonna keep trying to make history on this episode because these episodes mean a lot to me, but they mean so much more to KT. He's the architect and coming through with stuff like this. So if this is your first time checking us out, where you been all our lives, we can't do this without you. We've been waiting on you to open up the doors and get this thing kicked off. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Put your L's up. Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, the other side of the logo, the Quiet Storm. The head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, man?
B. Jones, I'm not supposed to be excited when you got a principal on the show, man, because that means you're in trouble. But we got one of the best in the nation on the show today, B. Jones. So let's turn up and show Northwest how we do it. Again.
Northwest, how we do it, but I don't know, KT, when was the last time you got called to the principal's office?
We're not going to talk about that, B. Jones. It did yesterday, so we're going to move on.
Hey, well, this is going to be one of those fly principals. She's a fun, young gun principal, and we're going to have a great time today, but before you go out, you got to make sure you do things safe and within protocol, all right, Miss Jackson, Principal Jackson?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
We need you to grab your right hand, and we need you to reach above your shoulder, the other shoulder. We need you, yeah, there you go. And we need you to pull that strap down. And we need you to buckle up because this is going to be a crazy episode. We're about to ride fast and furious like I was Vin Diesel, baby. Here we go, Northwest. Let's make some noise for one of your very own. But before we get to the story, we got to pay the bills. We're gonna make paying the bills really, really, really quick today. Really quick. Y'all watch YouTube. Y'all know what you got to do to show support to these channels. We need 3 very big things that small actions. They free 99, but they go a super long way. If you like stories like this, you want more teachers, more principals, more coaches, more future phenoms and superstars, smash that subscribe button and join the Sports Life Talk family. Hit that like button. That's number 2. Hit that like button so this story can get in the algorithm, so all of the principals out there in the world can know that we putting on principals. And so coach, a Principal Jackson story will go to the top of the algorithm, just bubble right on up. All right. And last but not least, sharing is caring. That's right. You already subscribed. You already hit the like button. Now you got to think of 10 people. Think of 10 people and smash that share button and send this episode to them. Those are the 3 things. They're super easy. It goes a long way to helping the channel out. Hey, Coach Jackson, I don't know. Kevin, you see, you got me messed up. Y'all talk sports, so now I want to call it Coach Jackson. I want to call it Principal Jackson. Y'all done messed me up. Principal Jackson. Is Northwest how I do it? Is that how I do it? Are they shooting orders?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Right here.
Yeah, it is. Throw it up, KT. Right? Throw it up, KT. Throw it up. All right, here we go. Let's do it like we true to it. Let's make some noise. 1, 2, 3. Boo! Yeah, baby. For all of y'all out there in Northwest that did any of those 3 things, we appreciate you. We love you like play cousins. Welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. And me and KT, we don't take the word family lightly. We don't do fans around here. We don't do followers around here. We do family. So if you smash that subscribe button to any of those 3 things, put a fire emoji in the chat. Let us know who you are so we can just say thank you. That's all. We just want to say thank you. All right. Here we go, Principal Jackson. You waited your time.
Let's go.
It's time to cross that burning sands and become part of the Sports Life Talk family. I hope Coach Pouncey gave you some pointers because Principal Jackson, welcome to the Sports Life Talk initiation.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Top 5 music artists. Okay, I gotta have George Strait in that mix. Pitbull, best concert I've ever attended. Pitbull. Lady Gaga. Give me, let's see here. How about Clay Walker? I know that's kind of random, but he's one of my favorites. And then I'm going to have to go with, if I can go with a band, I'm going to go with Metallica.
What? You took us to a lot. What's Clay Walker, though? I've never heard of Clay Walker, KT.
Clay Walker. Okay, so he was a country music artist back in, probably 90s.
Okay. But I know that George Strait, and I know that Pitbull. Hey, I'm trying to see what you look like at this Pitbull concert. I knew my rent was gonna be late about a week ago.
But B. Jones, to answer your question, I have heard of Clay Walker. I couldn't tell you what he's saying, but
really? Okay. Well, shout out to you, KT, for that one, man.
There you go.
All right, Miss Jackson. So we like to rank everybody's top 5, and the highest you can get is 5.
Okay.
But B. Jones, as educators, we don't make enough money. So there is no way I'm going to give her anything less than 5. I'm not going to give her anything less than 10 or 15 or 20. How long did you say she's been in the teaching game?
I don't know, Kevin. All I know is 12. I stopped counting. I think it was 1998 was your first year in as a teacher, correct?
That's pretty accurate. Yeah, pretty close. Let's see. It would have been 1995. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're looking at around 28 years, KT.
Well, you know what? We're going to give her every bit of her 28 then, B. Jones. Give her 28.
God,
never been of those.
B. Jones, they need to pay us more, and I wouldn't have to do stuff like that, B. Jones.
For 28 years in the education system, you deserve 28 more. For real.
It's greatness. I loved it.
All right, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
Okay, so I have to go with Batgirl, and that's kind of random too. But I always enjoyed Batgirl because she played so well off of Batman and Robin. Now I'm talking about the old 1960s Batman.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
I saw in reruns when I was a child. Let's be clear; those were not first run episodes when I was a child. They were reruns. But I enjoyed because she would always come in, and Batman and Robin, they're always throwing their punches in the fights, and she'd come in and kick somebody or something. I don't know. I just always enjoyed her. She wore that purple outfit. I just thought she was cool.
All right, Barbara Gordon, since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
Oh, goodness, my theme song. You know what? My probably the one that I really rock out the hardest to is it's called Coming Home by Cinderella. Again, kind of random, I bet. Do y'all know that one?
Nah, sing it for us.
I feel like I know that
All
one.
right. I took a walk down a road. It's a road I was meant to stay. But here's the thing that happens with Cinderella. They start out real low like that, right? But then they go high and they start to go, I took a ride in a world I'll be spinning for the rest of my life. So they go all way up here. So I love me some Cinderella.
Here goes. Give her two more. Give her two more.
How did we not go to this high school, KT? I know their kids have fun at this school. Principal going like that with the pipes.
I know. They stay turned up. Because
Crazy.
a lot of people won't sing when we get them to sing, and you just jumped right into it. So, B. Jones,
Might as well.
that was great. All right. So, if you could shadow anyone for a week and learn from them, they could be either dead or alive. Who would it be and why?
You know what? I would probably shadow, interestingly, George W. Bush. And I realize he's not our president anymore, but I'd just love to follow him around and see what he's up to. I always thought he was a really funny guy. He was a solid president, right? But I just always enjoyed his sense of humor and how he interacted with people and that kind of thing. And he was a great leader when the whole 9/11 thing happened, and he came on and he said, we're going to kick some butt overseas and we're not having this. And I like that guy. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was a critical moment in time. So he had to step up.
He did. And he did. I really enjoyed that. Yep.
All right, Ms. Jackson. So, who was your favorite teacher and what impact did they have on you?
My favorite teacher was Miss Mary Ann Marshall. She was my senior English teacher. And the impact she had on me was her rapport with students. She was very professional in her demeanor, but also had a lot of fun, and she was real with us, and she would give us a lot of life lessons. And one of the things that she did on every Friday at the beginning of English class, she would play this Beach Boys song, "Be True to Your School," and she was all about school spirit and having school spirit and just being a part of your school. And so it was really cool. If I can add another favorite, my dad was my band director, and he was a cool teacher. So those two really, really influenced who I became as an educator. My dad was that cool teacher that just kind of, he was laid back, and the kids all loved him and that kind of thing. And so just really kind of molded myself after those two.
Well, your dad sounds a lot like me, but I don't know how much kids love me, but I'm pretty laid back.
It's sketchy. So
Yeah.
Nobody asked you, B. Jones, but thank you for ruining my moment. All right, Ms. Jackson, we're going to produce a movie centered around you. The one thing that we're missing is a lead actress. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
You know, I've had my whole life people come up to me and tell me I look like Helen Hunt. Now, I think she's a lot better looking than I am. But Helen Hunt, I guess.
I like that one. Can't beat Helen Hunt.
Pretty much. All right, so what's the most unusual or funny question a student has asked you during the class?
I got a good one here. Okay, so this goes back to my Irving ISD days. So I was a teacher in Irving ISD for 3 years before I became an assistant principal in Irving. And I had my third period Raise the Roof class. We always did this because it was, you always have that class, right? That is just, they're raising the roof. And so in my third period Raise the Roof class, Pinky Whitfield says to me, she says, "Miss Jackson, are you married?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "How many kids do you have?" I said, "I don't have any kids yet." And she says, "How can you be married and you don't have any kids yet?"
Hey, kid, because they draw different associations with everything. So her family, mom and dad married, they got kids. I get it. Pinky was onto something with that one, though.
Right?
All right, so when we have to serve lunch detention after school, what is that one food spot that B. Jones and I have to go to get your stamp of approval? And what's your go-to meal there?
Okay. So if I were going to do lunch detention anywhere, I'd do it at Joe T. Garcia's in Fort Worth. And I'd be getting the enchiladas. Always the enchiladas.
I heard about Joe T. Garcia's.
Yeah, if you hadn't tried Joe T's, you have not lived yet. You got to take that. You got to get down there.
Well, due to the popularity, I guess a lot of people wanted it. So even up here in North Dallas, where I'm at, it's in the grocery store. So you can like go down, certain grocery stores have 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐞 Garcia chips and salsa in the grocery store. So that's the only reason why I knew about it. And I was like, what is this? And I looked at it, I was like, this is from around here. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I got to check out 𝐥𝐤𝐞.
And the thing about 𝐥𝐤𝐞 is you got to eat outside on the patio because that's where all the ambiance is and everything. And if you're not waiting an hour and a half to get in, then you've not had the experience. So
well, hopefully we can say, hey, we know Principal Jackson, get a little cachet.
Yeah.
Like, we got some family.
Good news.
Yep, tell them I sent you.
Definitely will. All right, we know that a trip to the principal's office is not the place that you want to be. Lucky for the SLT Nation, B. Jones and I got written up, and we have to come see Miss Carrie Jackson, the head principal at Northwest High School. We'll try to plead our case with the famous line from the hip-hop poets, Outkast. We are sorry, Miss Jackson, but the one thing we won't apologize for is telling the stories of amazing educators and having a good time while doing so. So, B. Jones, take it away, my brother.
Man, I'm taking it away. We're going to take this thing home. Like, hey, I want to say it was George Strait. We say, I would cross my heart.
Yes.
And promise you. Yeah, I know that George Strait. Hey, that used to be my dog, man. Hey, I got through middle school off some George Strait. It was just that rough for you, boy. All right, go. Principal Jackson, let's take this thing back to the beginning because you told me you did a little hooping, but what made you decide to become an educator?
Well, so probably goes back to the days in Marianne Marshall's class, to be honest. I enjoyed the influence that she had on us, the way she interacted with us kids. She cared about us. She taught us life lessons. And I said, you know what? I think I want to be an English teacher. And I always wanted to be a coach too. And I knew by 8th grade that I wanted to be a coach and I wanted to be a teacher. Wasn't sure about which subject area until I hit Marianne Marshall's class, but I always wanted to coach because I just loved basketball growing up. And so I thought I was going to be the world's greatest basketball coach. And that's all I ever went into education to do.
Did you ever coach a team though? Did you ever?
For a whole year and a half. So the funny thing was, so I started over at Lone Oak Middle School over in East Texas, the other side of Greenville. I started out there and I was there for a year and a half before my husband got transferred down to Houston. Well, when your spouse gets transferred way out of the area, you kind of want to follow them. So they were kind enough to let me out of my contract mid-year, my second year at Lone Oak. And then I ended up down in Houston, Alief ISD. And I taught at their alternative school, their DAEP. And so I had the long-term kids. So those were the kids with 45-day placement. So they were the ones who had done some really interesting things. And it was awesome. I loved it. And so to kind of get ahead, you may have been about to ask me this question. I'll go ahead and get out in front of that. As all I ever was going to be was a basketball coach, but there's no basketball to coach at DAEP. So spent another year and a half there at DAEP, and I met some really phenomenal principals. And I said, man, I think I want to do that when I grow up, if you will. So Tariq Hamid, Manette Schaller, they were great principals who had a really, really strong impact on kids that didn't have a whole lot going on at home. And said, you know what, I think I want to do that. So that's where it all kind of shifted.
See, I know you're amazing. Because you said they were doing, you said interesting things. See, to me, I'm saying these kids bad. They was bad. See, I can say
made some choices.
they made some poor choice, but see, you the consummate educator. You the queen of this thing. So you handle it and you see things differently. But that's what makes you guys special, because being a teacher, being a principal ain't for everybody. Everybody don't have the patience. Everybody don't have the end game. They understand it. We gonna go through these storms, but at the end of this thing, we all gonna be better for it. And that's what make the education system and you guys, the sacrifice y'all make so grand. But tell us, Principal Jackson, what was your favorite grade or level to teach at? I'm always curious because you've been all around. You did elementary, middle, high, but what was your favorite one to teach in?
Yeah, 7th grade. So 7th grade was kind of my jam as a teacher. That was where it fit. It was that right between 6th grade 6th grade, they're still pretty young, and they're still playing with their Dallas Cowboy binders and popping everything around and hitting each other and that kind of stuff. And 8th grade, they're a little sassy with you, right? So and I mostly taught middle school. I taught some summer school, high school, but pretty much I was a middle school teacher. And so 7th grade just kind of was that nice fit right in the middle. So I enjoyed them.
Now, you talked about George Bush being a role model of yourself, but it goes to say how long you've been around and in the game. And as much as I want to say, the question I want to get to is, how did you constantly change the way you viewed education, the way you viewed kids, the way you viewed these parents? Because while you are changing, while you're going through having kids, starting a family, and doing all the things you need to do, the world was also changing. We had 9/11 that changed everything. We you know what I'm saying? We've had wars. We had Black Lives Matter movement and things of that nature. And in meantime, we got internet is popping up. Social media is becoming crazy. Kids only seem to care about what's going on in social media. That's how they conform. The pressure of being a kid became enormous over the last 5 to 7 years, but yet they got a stalwart. They got a statue. They got a ironclad principle there for them. So my question to you is, how have you changed the way you view the education system while everything in the world was changing at the same time?
I think you just learn as you go. It's one of a song that I like. It says, "Life's a dance. You learn as you go," and you do. You just, sometimes you lead and sometimes you follow, right? So a lot of the things that kids embrace, you learn from the kids as you go. Social media has so much power. It still has so much power for us as educators if we'll just embrace the opportunity to leverage it to tell the story of our schools. And so I guess the biggest thing that has been my driver with being an educator has been making school an awesome place for kids. That has always been my why. It was my why when I was in the 8th grade, and I said, hey, I think I want to be an educator. I want to make school awesome for kids. So I started out doing that at the middle school level. Then I had the opportunity to be a high school AP at 𝐬𝐚𝐽𝐺 High School over in Irving. That was the most fun job until this one, the most fun job, getting to be a high school assistant principal and being involved in all the activities and things. But anything that we can do to make school fun and welcoming and inviting and just a place where kids can belong. Man, if we can do that for the duration of the time that they're with us here in school, they can at least have the opportunity to get to know themselves so that when they get out in the world beyond the school, they can do some good things for other people as well.
Well, I left this without intentionally, ladies and gentlemen, because COVID came and it basically shut the school system down, or it didn't shut the school system. It shut the way we typically view school, right? Buses and kids coming in and out every day was no more. You had to quickly shift. But I noticed that you became a digital principal. The NASSP assigned you a digital principal. Did that have something to do with COVID, or tell us a little bit about being a digital principal and what does that mean?
So that was actually way pre-COVID, but I will say the skills that I was using at the time that I was named that came into play at COVID. No, that was well before. In fact, I was one of the first principals that really grabbed onto Twitter. Now, not the first. There were some friends ahead of me. As a matter of fact, I've been very involved in two principals associations: our State Principals Association, Texas Association of Secondary School Principals, or TASSP, and then also our national affiliate, which is NASSP. And when I went to the NASSP conference, they named their first set of national digital principals. And I was just listening to those guys talk about what they do and how they leverage social media to bring some positive vibes to their school and that kind of thing. I was like, I kind of like to do things like that. I'm pretty active on Twitter. I like writing a blog, things like that. Maybe I could be one of those too. And what was really cool about that was just having the opportunity to go out and teach other principals. Hey, you can tell your story on social media as well. You can get the positive word about your school out there. Because here's the deal. As an educator, if you don't tell your story, somebody else is going to tell your story. And so you've got to get out there and utilize all of the channels you have to just shout from the rooftops how great your school is, how great your kids are, what wonderful things our educators are doing to take care of our kids. And so just having some experience with being able to do that and being able to chronicle that story for NASSP, that's what got me named to that honor, I guess. And then the honor of going out and teaching other principals. So it was really cool.
Sound like all those principals need to come on Sports Like Talk. You got next platform and tell their story their way and have a fun and entertaining time doing so. All right, so let's, because there's a lot of people that's watching this. They see your vibe, they see your energy. I know they want to come work at Northwest, but I even want to take it before that, because you couldn't have paid me money to become a teacher, but you get that opportunity. I want you to put a recruiting pitch out there for all the kids that's in high school. I want to be a doctor, a lawyer, I want to be a firefighter, a police officer, an astronaut. But why? Tell us, why should people become an educator, or why should they go into the teaching system and give back?
Man, it's just the most fun thing in the world you could ever do. I get to go to football games and basketball games and tennis matches and band concerts. I'm gonna go watch my band concert or my band march in the marching contest this weekend. I mean, I get to go do all of these things and watch kids be excellent. So it's fun for one thing, but the bigger piece of it is helping people. It's just an opportunity to get out and help people, and you can help students to learn. You can help students to have access to experiences. You can help students to have access to a positive environment. Sometimes in education, we have, maybe as students, we have negative experiences in school, and it makes me sad. Sometimes I talk to parents, and I can tell that they had a negative experience in school, and they're making those negative assumptions about me based on their experience in school. And I don't want it to be that way for kids. And so I hope that some of our kids, maybe some of the ones that go here at Northwest High School, will go out there and say, you know what, I had a positive experience in school. I want to create that environment for other kids as well. We'll always need good educators. And education is an exciting and fruitful and beneficial and fun career to be in.
All right, Kevin, hey, Principal Jax, you ready to have a little bit of fun with this?
Let's go.
All right, welcome Carrie Jackson to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show where KT and I, we go one-on-one and we go play a little game, our version of Would You Rather. Now, have you ever played Would You Rather before, Principal Jackson?
Yes, I have.
All right, so it's super simple for those of you who are new to the program. Both KT and I are going to give the principal some very complex scenarios. Whichever one of those scenarios she likes, that host will get a point. The first host to get 2 points, or the best out of 3, will win this episode's game of championship rounds. All right. KT's the defending champion, and I can't even remember how he stole it from me, but Kevin is the defending champion. So let's go, KT.
Would you rather go back to the past and learn more about your family's beginnings, or
would you rather take place in recreating history in our textbooks as we know it, telling a different side of American history?
Oh, I'll go for recreating history. That sounds like fun.
Wait, that's me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh,
yeah.
I was for sure that everybody want to go back in time, but you want to be a part of the new. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Round number 2. Would you rather have Netflix choose you as one of the 5 principals in the entire country, and we do like a documentary, and we highlight Carrie Jackson, your day. So I mean, you constantly got this camera in your face, but it's gonna tell your story of how you are as a principal in order to give exposure to the education system, or
travel the world hosting your own food show on the Northwest YouTube channel, where you get to hang out with other principals and educators, sharing their stories while eating at their favorite place to eat in the towns they live in.
Oh, that's a tough one, because you're trying to bring food in the mix. You know what? I'm actually still going to take option number 1, because I'm a big fan of The Office, and to have a documentary about what we do every day. Oh yeah, let's go. Sorry.
Okay, so no, Miss Jackson, you're not sorry. we've actually hung out. We've taken pictures together, and this is how you repay me, Miss Jackson. Oh, you really gonna see me tomorrow in the principal's office? I'm acting up in class.
Here we go.
All right, here for the last round. We still gonna have a little bit of fun with this because we did this with Coach Pound, so we're gonna have a little fun. But me and Kevin, we stop all the scenarios, we stop the talking, and we're gonna take this to the shoe game. All right, we take it to the sneakers. Now, do you like tennis shoes? You like sneakers?
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect. So KT and I, we super sneakerheads. As a matter of fact, we go live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We stream live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Part of that live, I do a segment called The Drop, in which I talk about sneakers. So me and Kevin, every week we running out, buying some shoes. It's got ridiculous, but we thought about infusing a little bit of that sneaker culture in our show. So what we've done, without you knowing it before the show, we selected a pair of sneakers that we thought represented you and your institution, okay? So on the count of 3, we're going to get you to say, hold that sneaker. And when we do so, we're going to show you the tennis that we selected specifically for you, okay?
All right.
All right, Principal Jackson, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Hold that sneaker.
Oh, man, why do we do that? I can't believe I should have.
I love them both. I'm going to go with one Kevin's holding.
Oh, thank you. Mercy. She showed you mercy, KT.
Gotta give you some love, KT.
Finally. It don't matter. It don't. You see, Kevin had to threaten her. Oh my goodness, this thing is heavy. This thing is heavy, Principal. Hey, I appreciate it. We got this thing back. Kevin, you want to say it or do you want me to say it?
Coach Pouncey, go ahead and write me up. I'm going to the principal's office tomorrow.
And new SportsLifeTalk champion of the world. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, now I get to get back where I rightfully belong. I'm gonna finish this year out. I promise you, I'm gonna dominate the educator system. Hey, every one of y'all educators, I'm winning the belt. Just know when y'all come on here who to select. All right, Principal Jackson, the title of the show is You Got Next. We talked about what got you into teaching. We talked about some of your core values, some of the things that make working for you and being a part of your administrative team super, super fun. But now, you know, you still young in this thing. You still got a lot of roots to grow and a lot of branches to spread. But tell us in your own word, what's up next for Principal Jackson?
Oh, that's a good question. As we speak, this building is under massive renovation. One of the most exciting pieces of that is we've got a huge arena gymnasium coming. So honestly, I love being a principal, and I think I could ride this out until retirement. So interestingly, I am at the end of this year, I'm eligible to retire. No way I'm doing that. I'm not ready for that yet. But I would at least got to ride out this construction project and see what this is like living in it. This arena gym is going to host, it's going to hold 3,200 people in it. So we can finally get every student in the building in for a pep rally. Boy, you talk about lighting it up. That's going to be fun. So I think my next is right here at Northwest High School.
How many kids go to your school?
We are currently at about 2,600, but they're building us out to where we can hold 3,200.
Goodness. I graduated in a class of 80.
Yeah.
Back in Shreveport, Louisiana. I had 80 kids in my graduation. You got 2,600 kids go to this school. Yep. That is crazy. And I'm a big, like, I was super shocked when I saw how Friday night lights are done down here. But KT started dragging me to all of these different arenas, like basketball crazy too. Some of the arenas we've seen in gymnasiums have just been, I mean, like junior colleges, D1 college-like situations. But all right, KT, let's go, man.
All right, Ms. Jackson, do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my senior daughter, Riley Jackson. I call her Pookie. That's her nickname. But she'll be so mad that I said that too. Yes. She'll be so mad that I mentioned her. She's a volleyball player here at Northwest High School. She recently committed to the University of Incarnate Word in San Antonio. So she will go play some Division I volleyball here pretty soon. National Signing Day coming up, that kind of thing. So we're real excited about that. Shout out to my admin team. I've got a wonderful admin team here. So grateful for them. goodness, who else? Our athletic department over here. You've met Lindsay Pouncey, Jennifer Chandler, who is our head volleyball coach, Bill Poe, who is our head football coach and athletic coordinator. We've got the band coming up, Mr. Ethan Munger, who is our band director, and band gets to advance this year, so that's pretty exciting stuff. I mean, I'll forget a lot of people if I start shouting out, but just all of these folks here at Northwest High School, what a great school, what a great community. So grateful to get to represent them today.
All right, so this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Miss Jackson, who are you calling out?
All right, so do you want an educator or does it matter?
Yeah, we want an educator. We want to keep the educator series going. So it could be a principal or educator, but I want somebody with some skin in the game. Somebody who's been around for long at the tooth, if you know what I mean.
All right, so I'm going to give you somebody a little different, be a little different take for you, I think. So I'm going to shout out Ethan Munger, our head band director here at Northwest High School, because that band, I tell you what, they fire us up at the football games every day, and he has grown the program, and we're about to go over to the 6A world. We'll be a 6A high school next year. I would love for you to hear from him. And interestingly, he was my student at Indian Springs Middle School.
What? Okay.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's super dope. All right. Yeah. Ethan Munger, congratulations. Welcome to season 4, man. We're going to get your story on. Your ticket just got punched and you are now officially on the clock. Please be aware. We're going to reach out to you so we can get your story told on Sports Life Talks. You got next, but Principal Carrie Jackson. Woo! You got next. You are the truth. You are incredible. You are authentic. I swear, if I had to just picture and just draw up and write and imagine my own favorite principal, you are it. You are everybody's favorite principal, and you are super dope. You are extraordinary, and you are elite. You deserve a yeet. Oh my goodness, Kevin. We had them. We on their necks with the education system. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank y'all for watching another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, the education series. We appreciate y'all so much. We can't do this without you guys. Kevin, is this going to be a 2023 or 2024? When
we getting this out? 2023, sir.
All right. So we coming close to the end of the year. So we need y'all to help us out. We need one last mega push. And when I mean mega push, I need us to just break down the doors of this thing and just let everybody know that Sports Life Talk in Dallas-Fort Worth is coming for it all, because we got an amazing platform. It's super fun. It's super informative, inspirational, motivational, and all we need is you to help us to lift this thing so we can take it to that next level. Make sure you lock in with us. Tap in at Sports Life Talk, all one word, any of your social media platforms. We there, and we dropping social media content every single day. I promise you, we not gonna leave y'all without something on a daily basis. And if you want to be on the show, if you got a store, if you're an athlete, if you're a coach, if you want to say, hey, I got next, we want to hear about it. Go to our website, yougotnext.com. That's yougotnext.com. Go to our nominate tab. Tell us a little bit about who you are, what you're working on, and why you deserve next. And we're going to reach out to you and we're going to give you an audition. Now, for those of you who sat and watched this whole episode on YouTube, we super appreciate you. But guess what? We now have the podcast companion. You can take You Got Next in your car, on the bus, wherever you want. If you're cooking in your kitchen and you want to listen to some great stories, go to anywhere that you listen to your podcast, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We got this in the audio version for you there as well. And lastly, come hang out with us Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. It's a fun time. We talk about everything. It's not just sports. It's about pop culture, entertainment. We have a really fun time. It's a lot of laughs. It's a lot of family. And it's where the community comes to connect. All right? KT, man, let's get up out of here, bro. Let's go home.
Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey with our dedicated educator. We hope today's insights inspire you to continue your pursuit of knowledge and empower you to make a positive impact on the world. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, share, and stay tuned for more thought-provoking discussions. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep making a difference.
Sing that song. Sing Cinderella one more time for us.
I'm gonna do it. My gypsy road can't take me home. I drive all night just to see the light. My gypsy road can't take me home.
Hey, Principal Jackson.
B. Jones, we got to go download it and listen to some Cinderella. I'm doing that right after this show.
Hey,
pull it up. Let's go.
Cinderella this day. Hey, Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another, because together we are better, and keep dreaming big, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
See what's crazy is I knew you had next, cause you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag cause you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Like Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Like Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this. Yeah. Sports Life, talking this.